So here are 3 that have the same, more or less the same level of work done as the last one I showed. But these have the bottom dart sewn as well. So I'll show you next how to get that set up. This part feels a little tricky to do, but basically what you'll be doing is, let me grab that other one I had. Okay, so these are all kind of all at the same stage. This one, which I just showed, you'll turn it so that the top is facing away from you and the bottom is closer to your belly. And what you'll want to do is find those marks that you made on the bottom. There's 1, there's 2, and you just want to fold a tiny bit on the mark. And then you'll want to sew a triangle from the edge about 1 inch up into where the liner is. So what I'll do is I'll pin it, and that's basically where that bottom dart is going to go. So it goes like this and like this, and you'll sew just a little bit along that line. Now you'll notice it's going through both layers of fabric. It's the red and the front black and white checker fabric. But when you sew it, you can layer them all together, and you can kind of turn it like this so that it all falls flat, so that when you're sewing it, it doesn't get bunched up. So you just sew right along that little corner there. You also want to do it on the other side of the mask where the other mark is, right here. So again, if this is the top of your mask here we are at the bottom. I've made 1 little dart. I'm going to come over to my next mark and do another small fold, just like that, and pin it again to make just a very small triangle, like this. And then I would sew right there along that. So what this does is it gives it a little structure around the chin of the mask. And again, we're looking at it inside out, but if we were to turn it the other way, you'll see it just kind of gives it a pucker there. It's smoother when it's sewn already in a pucker, so it helps to shape the shape of the mask and help it hold around the chin. So here's an example of one that was already sewn, and you can see the same thing. It's got the bottom hem all the way along, but then it also has these little triangles sewn. When I sew it, I start at the base and I go up, and then I change direction and come down so that all of the strings, when I pull it from the machine, are all at the bottom, and I can just cut them off, and I don't have any loose strings hanging out in the face part of the mask. This is where your face will touch, and so I don't want anything to irritate someone's face in there. So I sew it up, change direction, and come right back down. All the tails get hemmed later. So at this point, we have the nose dart, we have the pocket hem, and we have the chin darts. Next, you'll notice on these, they already have their side hems, these side bands in place, and that's really the next step. So I'll show you that next.